My father once told me that the way of the faithful is committing to pay the price and trusting that in the end it will be worth it.
We have little choice then but to keep serving. And I, for one, will see to it that we make the end worth the price.
Captain, Newman orders in sight.
I should never see it again.
What is it?
Oh. It's all black. Is he gone?
Oh.
The mithril is proud. Pressure to fuse the very heavens with the earth. It should have held this time.
Patience. This is a journey. Not every step we take will be forward.
Supposing we've been using too much force.
Meaning what?
The metals shouldn't be forced to join, but more drawn or coaxed.
Galadriel!
It's too much power for one object. We need two. It'll need to be something smaller. Galadriel, I'm afraid I don't...
Oh.
There is no king of the Southlands. The line was broken. No, on the raft, you saved me.
On the raft, you saved me.
You convinced Mirios to save the men of Middle-earth.
You convinced her.
Oh my god.
Tell me your name.
Oh crap, he even knows he's Sauron.
I've been awake since before the breaking of the first silence.
No.
I've had many names.
Oh crap, that's why they were so drawn together. Oh crap. What? He just threw her back?
Oh wow.
Or a dream.
Oh, right back to where her brother.
It was just a little tumble, is all. Look at me.
Don't.
Galadriel.
Rah. Don't get sucked into it.
You fought so hard for so many years to complete the task that I could not. That was Sauron's task as well.
This is what he wants you to believe.
Do you remember what I whispered to you under this very tree? Touch the darkness once more.
No, that's not what he said. That's not what he said.
My brother is dead.
Come back to me, Galadriel.
Look at me!
Say.
I am your friend,
You're a friend of Morgoth's.
And I had to heal everything that I had helped ruin.
No penance could ever erase the evil you have done.
That is not what you believe.
Do not tell me what I believe.
No, because you knew that our past meant nothing. Weighed against our future.
There is no such future.
Yeah, so did he cause that sea monster to attack them?
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
And how convenient everyone else died.
Ooh.
Oh, man.
Rule by my side.
All others look on you with doubt.
Don't.
You would make me a tyrant.
I would make you a queen.
Oh, God.
The Dark Lord.
No. Not dark. Not with you at my side. You bind me to the light. And I bind you to power.
And that is why I will never be at your side.
What will they do when you tell them that you are my ally? That Sauron lives because of you!
And you will die because of me!
Ah!
Oh,
How do you get out of that nightmare? Damn it. Watch out, watch out!
Galadriel, stop. Elrond. It's Elrond.
You gave me water.
Where is he?
Workshop.
Sauron's here.
so, yes.
Galadriel!
And he helped
Sauron's
him forge
halbrand.
it.
Where is Halbrand?
Yeah.
He's gone. And I doubt he will return. One will always corrupt. Two will divide.
But with three, there is balance.
7, I mean 9.
I need gold and silver of the most exquisite quality. I need gold and silver from Valinor.
Whew, that was a lot to take in.
They called you something else. Istad. Is that your kind?
In your tongue, that means wise one. Or wizard.
I guess, but...
Betimes our paths are laid before us by powers greater than our own. Alone it's just a journey. No adventures. They must be shared.
All fresh grass and no trolls.
No trolls.
Look like.
You're holding it upside down.
Oh. Oh my goodness.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
Maybe Poppy should be in charge.
Nobody goes off trail.
And nobody walks alone.
Sounded better when Sadek said it.
Yeah.
Go on.
Oh. They knew.
Oh, go with them.
They knew.
Wow.
Part of something bigger now.
And you belong out there.
Oh, that's scary. It's cool, but scary.
Oh my gosh.
You go with that old man.
Right.
No, I know. There's a lot of trust there.
Yeah.
Will Poppy go too? She needs to lead.
Oh, yeah.
Goodbye.
Oh.
Oh, she doesn't want to cry.
Yeah.
Oh.
Lord.
Some father. Here you're heading in the big beyond and I haven't taught you a blooming thing.
Sure you have. As a square.
You'll be bold.
You'll see each other again.
Look at that.
We lose ours.
Oh,
yeah.
Come with me. Oh, Poppy's taking.
Oh, good.
Why does everyone I love the most always have to go away?
Oh.
You promised to look after everyone. Go safe with Uncle Ed. The world's not that wise, Poppy. It's just that we're so small.
Are you certain?
More than ever.
Well, they're all waving at you.
If I turn around, I won't ever be able to leave.
There it is.
Are you sure?
Not entirely. Always follow your nose.
Toucan Sam. Oh, that must be so hard.
Wow.
That's gorgeous, yeah.
Your protector.
That's hard. Oh, that's hard. Or dagger.
Yes.
But it needs to be from Valinor, right?
It has to,
that's
yes. The highest quality.
Right.
Looks like the eye.
Yeah, right?
It does.
It's so tiny. Oh, she's gonna see the lineage. My precious. Beautiful. Scary.
Gorgeous.
Got your scroll. Well, there are the rings. I'm like, I'm home.
Yeah.
That's cool. We get the story.
That's right, yeah.
That was a great song.
Yes,
It was just like powerful, but very simply told. To be like 9 rings for the men, 7 for the dwarves, 1 for the Dark Lord. That's cool.
My gosh.
Man, so Halbrand
was his Sauron.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah.
The king died and Sadek died.
Oh, I know Sadek died. That was terrible.
That was terrible, yes.
It was so sad. I mean, honestly, so many people survived in this show that I thought were going to die. And for him, I didn't want to see him die, but I think it was fitting, I guess, because they did go against these 3 evil, whatever they were, followers of Sauron. And they were like his wingmen, like
they're very powerful themselves.
That's right.
Well, at least that one was.
Yeah. I mean, they were very skilled with daggers and everything, and their leader was really very good with magic, was very powerful with magic, and was going to help Sauron become himself again. So they kind of knew that he would forget or have to relearn or something.
That's right.
I'm glad they were wrong, because when initially they said or thought it was the stranger, I was like, no. I'm like, I was so sold he was a wizard. And I'm like, there's no way. Because that would totally mess with my head too much with how good, like, he had some good sides too. And but to actually see that Halbrand, like, we were trying to guess who it was, like everyone else, and that was very fitting,
right? And for Galadriel to keep saying, "No, I did this, and I did this to help you," and it's like, "No, you brought me here. You brought," he was like putting it in a different light, and it's just like.
Different light or different dark? I don't know.
Different darkness of the light. Yeah, but he put it in, he just put it in a different perspective, and she's like, holy cow.
Yeah, she did it on her own. He didn't actually, he kind of guided her, but she made those decisions on her own. So I think that's great that he's Sauron. I'm sad, but we kind of predicted him. And
I'm glad the stranger wasn't.
Yes, and I'm very happy he wasn't, because I'm like, he's totally a wizard. I'm like, he has to be. I love him with Nori, kind of like Gandalf and Frodo.
He is so good. He's so sweet with her. She needed to go with him. I'm very sad that she had to leave her friends and family, but
that's huge.
She needed to be with him, needed that adventure. She had it in her. She had to always, like from the first episode, we saw how intrigued she was with going off trail.
Not only is she really young, but she's a Harfoot, and they've always known to hide and leave those behind who can't keep trailing. And like that's just how they lived, and there's a lot more dangers because they're so small for them to go on this adventure to help the stranger, to go find him in a small group. Like, that's not normal for Harfoots to do, and it's good to adapt and change because they need to. And then for Nori to actually leave her family, and she has always been adventurous. She always laughed and got the best fruit and stuff and wanted to have fun, and explore what's out there. But so this is meant to be, and I know with this story, it's fated for her and the stranger to be together. I kind of made a joke saying, yeah, you go with that old stranger, but we know he is good, and they are going on a quest because they have to together, and it's going to be a good thing.
And Poppy is such a good friend to her, too.
I was glad that she went back, to give her that last hug, because I know it was when she first left and just didn't want to deal with it. She's like, no, this is too much for me. I can't,
Oh, I was crying. I was like, that was so beautifully done. Everything about this was just so beautifully done. The relationships, friendships, everything in this is so beautiful and so strong. I love that.
Nori and Marigold together. I just love that.
Yeah, they're great. Oh my God, there's so many good. I mean, just all relationships, those family friends.
Dad, she goes, I was listening. That was beautiful.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. I know, and Sadek, I'm glad he didn't die right then. I was like, holy crap, like that was too fast. I'm like, I need more from him, But I'm so happy to see, like, it was terrible, but, that he lived a bit longer. He was able to still help out, because he was, I think they were getting attacked, and he helped out at one point after he got stabbed, and at the end, when things were peaceful, they're all together, and he's like, I just want to sit here and watch the sun come up. So he wants to be at peace and feel the sun on his face. And it was almost like, he was blessed to do that too, where he didn't die till the sun was on his face, and or he was swaying at least. So I think he died shortly after, and he was around family and friends. So I think that's huge.
Oh, his friends, and he's going to be with and he's going to be with his wife now, and he's
right. I know when he said that. Yeah, so we loved you, Sadek. Sorry to see you go.
Yes, Sadek.
I really can't wait to see season 2. This just opens up this whole new adventure, especially with ignoring the stranger going off. And the build-up now with Halbrand being revealed as Sauron, I was like, holy crap. Like, I thought that was so perfect because here... him and Galadriel were so drawn to each other. So you have like this good and evil, and here again, Galadriel, like she is a very good person. She has a lot of light with her, but she's also very tempted by darkness. And with Finrod, her brother, I'm gonna say it wrong, but he originally told her sometimes you have to touch the darkness before you can see the light or something.
Yes.
That's what he said. When Sauron did that dream of Finrod, it said like you have to touch the darkness, saying like, oh yeah, you have to do this. Like that wasn't what her brother said.
Yeah.
I love how she caught on, of course, to that because that she held dear to her heart. She loved her brother. And for an elf to die, that was huge because they didn't even know what death was before that. Anyways, like I just love that whole reveal. I think that was really well done, and she's always been tempted because she's been so obsessed with getting revenge, going after Sauron, that even with Halbrand like questioning her and her motives and saying like, oh, but you want revenge, and saying like we have to forget our past, or having her kind of say that and make it her own thing, so that way he's trying to manipulate her in a way and be like, well, you said this first, that doesn't matter, I want to help Middle Earth. And she's like, well, what do you want to do? You want to help like save people, or you want to rule? What's the difference? And just going back and forth, and he is going to do evil things. I think of Darth Vader, where he has his own idea of how things should be to make it perfect and balanced, but that's in his image only.
In his mind,
Yes, and then having Galadriel there, he might have some good intentions to be like, well, you can help me stay balanced, but that wouldn't work. He just wants her power, and that might also aid him in getting more help from her side or something.
She also gave up her sword, too. The dagger.
Her dagger, that was huge.
That's right. That was her brother. She, always held on to it, very dear to her. And she did it to create these rings.
Yeah, and they had a rare metal
these rings
from Valinor.
Yes, the premium gold and silver. So she sacrificed. She made the ultimate sacrifice.
That's right,
and you could just feel the weight of that. And later on in The Lord of the Rings, when she's tempted by the One Ring that Frodo has, it gives that moment even more meaning because it actually originated with her, where that's her brother's dagger. That's right. Part of it.
That's right.
I mean, it has a whole lot of power, and she has a whole lot of power too. But Halbrand and her together, and him saying like, you could be my queen, I was like freaking out. I'm like, oh my God, it was that close. Good and evil just against each other. And it's like, holy crap. And man, I think that's perfect because I feel bad that it is Halbrand, but I knew it was going to be someone that we cared about, and to actually care about him first and kind of think, oh wow, he really is a good person, and he knew he was Sauron the whole freaking time. It wasn't like he would just get corrupt over time. Like it was always him
manipulating her, really, without us knowing, without her knowing, whole time, really putting her in these situations.
So that doesn't make me feel as bad because I'm like, okay, he already owned who he was. He wasn't like, over time learning and being like, oh crap, now I'm kind of conflicted, and then fully become Sauron down the road once he ends up with the orcs or more followers of his that can help train him or remember, help him remember. But wow, that was insane.
I did love the reunion with Elrond and Galadriel.
I love that. They have a great friendship too.
Yes, that was fantastic. What are you doing here? What are you doing here?
Sometimes the relationships are very romantic, where I don't know what the boundary is, but I think it is beautiful because I think it's just a pure, strong friendship that they really love each other as friends, and And anyone could have a really true friendship. Even the Harfoots, how close they all are.
Yeah.
But I also think, well, elves have been around for a very long time, so it's not like you've known someone for 20 years. It might be like, oh, I've known him for 500 years, you know?
That's right.
So that says a lot.
That's right.
But yeah, I
they
do
have a
love their
beautiful
relationship a
friendship.
lot. They really do.
Yes.
Wow.
And I even loved the relationship now with Elendil and the Queen, how connected they are.
great.
You know, he's not leaving her side. She, you know, she was completely understanding of him just leaving as soon as they got to Numenor. So she was like, you know, you can go. He's like, no, I feel that he's going to stay with her.
Yeah.
They're very connected.
That's why it's sad that her father died.
I was just going to say that, yeah.
Yes.
So, silly question, but at the end we saw all those black flags. Was that because he died? So they like changed
everything? I believe he died. That's in mourning, yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of like their half-staff kind of thing. Or those, you know.
And what was that whole thing with Irian too, where he's like young Muriel, and she's like,
he thought that she was his daughter.
Yeah.
So
and he got up.
There you
and,
go again.
Yeah. So for him to do that, it was like he was so driven by a different force to make him do that. So I think it was a mistake that it was Irian, but I feel like or Arian, but she I feel like she is fated to be involved there in some way. Yeah.
I think so too.
I don't
because
think
he got his strength enough to really, okay, I got to show her now before I die. You know, thinking it's Muriel and not knowing who it is, and just okay, I've got to show her now before I die. And okay, and you're right, she's fated to do this. You know, to see and what to know.
I don't know if I am, but I'm wondering.
I think so. I mean, what are the odds that of everyone that has the hour with him? Or maybe that's the hour he wakes up
and be her eyes or something.
Right.
You know, I mean, now she has that orb. Mm-hmm. So what is she gonna do with that? The crystal ball type thing.
Right.
Yeah.
So now she can start to see things.
And how is Pharazôn gonna fold into all of this? Now the Queen can't see. Is he going to try to say that's, you know, a lesser, you know, she's not worthy of, you know, ruling? What's he gonna do? You know, is he gonna, you know, put a wedge into things?
Yeah.
Or is he gonna follow her?
Ooh, there's so many questions.
Yes.
You know, I know this series was heavily criticized by many fans for sure. You know, I never read the books. I know this is separate from Tolkien's work where Amazon didn't have the rights. I don't know if it was completely or partially, but, you know, just going into this blind, it had some slow moments, but I really enjoyed a lot of it. I really enjoyed most of it. I think it was beautifully done. The acting, phenomenal. Special effects, incredible. I mean, well beyond. I mean, just like, to me, it felt like the Lord of the Rings. I know the, like the orcs and certain, you know, characters, I guess, like they didn't have, all prosthetics, makeup all the time. A lot of it was computer generated, but I still really thought it was well done. It was different, but I think it was great. I really enjoyed everything.
I absolutely adored it. I loved it.
The music,
the music was
the dialogue,
the scenery, everything.
Mm-hmm.
To me, it was just beautiful. Fantastic. I loved the actors were phenomenal. Elrond, I loved him.
I really enjoyed him in this. Yeah,
loved that actor.
And I am sad that we didn't see Durin and Disa in this. We didn't see any dwarves.
I love Durin.
Yeah, we didn't see them at all. And who else? Like, you know, but we had a lot going on this episode, though.
We sure did.
We didn't see Bronwyn. So, but we had a lot. There was a lot to cover too. You know, Galadriel. I mean, her story was.
I mean, that was a huge reveal.
Definitely, that was.
And with that little bit of mithril, they were able to forge. I mean, like. Crowns, not so much, which is good because I'm like, how are you going to do that out of that? And I knew it was going to be rings. I was trying to hint that, it's going to be, you know, while we were reacting. But yeah, like that was kind of neat that they had to go through that process to make it work.
That's right. That's right.
Definitely.
And now they're going to have to make more down the road.
A lot of experiments.
Sure. Yes.
Yeah.
Boom, out of here.
Man.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, tempted by the rings. Oh no.
Oh yeah. And Halbrand at the time to put that seed in there. Oh, if you use other alloys, if you use other materials to put it, it will stretch it farther.
Yeah. I mean, how perfect is that? Like, was he still really trying to learn, or was he just acting the part and being innocent about it? Because then when, I think he was learning there, but he's like, oh, if you merge it like this and don't try to force it, then it probably will work. So and he seems so genuine and pure and innocent, you know, and I was like, nope.
That's right.
It's all a plan.
Beware.
How scary. Very good show. I'm sad to see it end, but I can't wait to see season 2.
Yeah.
Me too.
And I can't wait to see what you guys have to say about this. Hopefully it's good stuff.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to add?
No, it's just wonderful.
Mm-hmm. It was wonderful.
Yeah, I love it. I love all the characters for the most part. They're really great. So until next time, guys, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you very soon as always. Bye, guys.
Bye.